Tonight's forecast is sponsored by Ashbrook Audiology, where relationships matter.
Welcome back to the program, everybody. I'm Weatherman Dustin Staples. It's good to be back with you after the frigid weekend it was. It was cold, but again, the sun was out there doing its job, melting some snow, and that's always good news because we got to eventually get back to seeing that grass. Of course, it does make the grass a little greener now, so the fertilization inside your grass may have also helped with that if you put some of that down way back in the fall, and now we had the snow that kind of made the grass shine, as I guess the way to put that. I want to begin here now with a snow photo. As you know, we're going to be each and every day this week, I'm going to be showcasing you snow photos. I've got a bunch of photos and videos, a bunch of our viewers watching pretty much all around the United States, particularly in the East Coast. I was able to dig and find some videos and some photos. This is from Cape Charles. Larry Williams sent me this photo. You see a beautiful snowy yard there. He said it picked up roughly about 5 inches there, and most of that area picked up between 5, 6, 7 inches of snow. So he was right on the money with those snow totals. Well, thanks, Larry, for sending that photo in. And also, each and every day, I'm going to be showcasing you some snow photos, some snow videos. And then I'm also going to be talking about iguanas. We'll talk more about that. Why you're like, why are you talking about reptiles in your forecast? You're not a marine biologist, but you know what, though? It has something to do with the weather, and that's all about in Florida for those who've been keeping up with it on social media as well. Something I also want to showcase you is a video. This is from Peter Forrester. He was out in Cape Cod, Massachusetts, spent most of the time outside of Sandwich, Massachusetts. You see there along the coast. Said he picked up a friend of his, measured about 17.5 inches up there. And you see the wind is just whipping around, blizzard-like conditions that did continue for quite a while up there. And at some point, you're going to see him in the video there. He is just like struggling. I think we're getting close to it now. Just standing up in the snow. Him and another storm chaser friend was up there. Peter, again, is a familiar name and a familiar face to us here on the program. He has always been a kind-hearted individual to help out with weather-related stuff. So thank you, Peter and Larry, for all your support as well. Let's begin now with some snow totals here. We'll start with the big ones, and then we'll kind of make our way back here locally there as well. And so like I did mention, we'll get to those ones with the asterisks in just a second, because that is some interesting stuff with those as well. Virginia Beach, 4.5. Again, Cape Charles coming in 6 inches. Portland, Maine, 12.5 inches. Logan International Airport up there in Massachusetts picked up almost 2 feet of snow. And then again, another one outside of Plymouth, Massachusetts, 24.7 inches. So that was the big snow total I was able to find for the National Weather Service. I'm sure there's more out there as I continue to do research. But again, Philadelphia, quick history about this. By the way, they're breaking a 118-year-old record. The record was set back in 1904. That is impressive stuff. And you see there picked up 5.8 inches. The record was 5 inches for a daily snowfall total. This ain't the yearly. Daily snowfall total, they picked at 5.5 inches, almost 6 inches in one day. Atlantic City, New Jersey is the big winner here, because they've also have been seeing a pretty heavy winter this coming up here. They broke a record back in 2014, so almost 8 years old. And overall, they've actually picked up more snow than they have seen in an average season. They're coming in at 33 inches. Beating an old previous record of about 20 inches that was set back in the mid to 1980s. So, and believe it or not, the daily snowfall records were being broken for sure. Again, locally for home, I think I nailed the forecast pretty well. If you asked me, 1 to 3 inches, look, we came up with 1 to 3 inches everywhere you went. From Stewart to Rocky Mount, Reidsville, North Carolina. The closest geographical region, I had to do some digging. This is a little area called Terry's Creek. It's outside of Floyd County, closer to the border of Montgomery and Floyd. They picked up 6 inches of snow right there. So on top of that, I'm sure that, some more snow is on the ground, and that's pretty impressive stuff there. Again, Martinsville also 1.5 inches. Collinsville, same thing too. So not much of a big snowmaker with this one, but it's, hey, it's winter after all. And now we're going to be transitioning into some, maybe some much milder weather for those who've been wanting it to warm up just a little bit. So no snow for today, or for the next several days anyway. Not much is expected in wintry weather. Sunny skies will be out there. So obviously, after the cold start it was this weekend, hopefully some snow melt was able to continue to happen. And that's going to continue Not with these temperatures, though, staying in the 30s, but overnight. But again, most roadways, anything is pretty much clear at this point in time. Lows will drop in the low to mid 20s with a mix of mix of partly clear skies overnight tonight. We will again maybe see a few fair weather clouds here or there. Things are going to be just a-okay. For your Tuesday, we move on now to another mild day with a high of 45. We'll see those temperatures stay near average right there. So nothing to complain about. Overnight lows staying in the 20s with those near average conditions. And moving on to the next several days, once again, we'll see partly sunny skies for our wet Tuesday, 54 on your Wednesday. So another nice day in the making, more like above average. So definitely for sure a lot of snow melt will occur. And the good news with this, our overnight lows will start to get above freezing. So that's going to be a plus side to this. No winter weather, like I said, as expected. Thursday, we do bring back a chance of rain. This most likely will be a steadier rain throughout the day. Not talking about a washout by no means, but things will begin to feel more like spring. I guess you see temperatures flirting near 60 degrees on Thursday. But however, though, things will begin to slowly subside, I guess. Not moving, budging as much with a low of 53. So it's not going to be a chilly rain, more of a warm rain than anything else. Friday is a bit of an interesting day here. You see here, so you see the forecast high is 58. That is most likely going to take place in the first half of the morning. I don't want you to think it's going to be 58 degrees all day long because we have another cold air front coming through. It's going to allow our temperatures to fall throughout the day on Friday. So most of the rain will persist through the first half of the afternoon. Maybe a breeze here or there, but nothing extraordinary with high winds expected. But lows will be dropping near 30 degrees Friday night. So another chilly weekend is in the making, but this is pretty typical right now for the February outlook, looking to be mostly to partly sunny skies as well. So just keep that in mind. Overnight low of 23. And of course, Wednesday, as you know, is the first day is Groundhog Day, and will he see a shadow? Will Punxsutawney not see a shadow? We'll see what happens with that prediction. Obviously, he's at only 25% right half the time. So, let's see who can predict the weather better, an animal or a human. I'll let you put that in your perspective to look at those as well. So once again, chilly temperatures for tomorrow will warm up by midweek, and then we'll crash again by the end of the week with another cold front coming through. This may actually could end as a little bit of an icy mix. We'll keep you closely updated as we get closer on the timing of this Friday event. Stay tuned. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll have more great local programming continuing right after this.
Your BTW21 weather forecast is sponsored by Zentmeyer Chiropractic.